after some exciting moments in the various leagues from England, and then we ended it in Spain. Germany too, they were rather entertaining matches. And then Italy, Inter Milan handled Napoli at their own backyard, Stadio Olimpico. So we're starting on with the matches post analysis from the English Premier League. So starting from Manchester United and then Brentford. Prior to the game, I stated clearly that even though Manchester United are not playing very well, and then Brentford can be a stubborn side to Manchester United. They are a danger to any team they do face. But with their recent or with their previous meeting against Manchester United, definitely Manchester United stand favourite in that particular match. And yet, at the end of the match, Manchester United won by 2 goals to 1. And that was something I was expecting. I didn't expect Manchester United to lose that match. Yes, Brentford prior to the game has been a team scoring in the early minutes of every game they do play. They scored even against Manchester City and even against Tottenham Hotspur. So with this Manchester United side that has been struggling in the start since the start of the season, clearly you could clearly see that they might do same against Man U. But Eric Ten Hag losing that match would have created the chance for Manchester United or for the owners of Manchester United to fire Eric Ten Hag, and he was getting nearer to the exit door. So he needed to win that match to rescue himself from that particular firing. So Manchester United won. It was a good win for Manchester United. At least they can gain their spirits back, and then they might win some matches consecutively. The next match was against Arsenal played Bournemouth. Yes, I said if Arsenal wants to compete in the league, these are certain matches you don't lose. Gabriel William Saliba was sent off. I think that foul was unnecessary for William Saliba, at least as a defender of his level, of his standard. You don't expect him to commit such a foul because you are playing against a team which you can beat on any day. Even if they score, you can come behind, and you've done in previous matches you've played against Southampton, you do the same. So you can come back and then come back and then win the match. So why do you get this send off option? Meanwhile, you have a match to play against Liverpool just coming in the coming weeks. So you going out or you taking this red card at the end of the match will actually won't help Arsenal. Now Arsenal are facing some injury situations. Martin Odegaard is out. Bukayo Saka this season has been suffering with the injuries that he has been sustaining. So this is the time you as an experienced defender, you will be of importance to Arsenal. So you taking this particular red card would actually help, would actually affect Arsenal. And then eventually they lost the match at the end of the day. This has made Liverpool and Manchester City widen the gap between you and then those clubs. And then how can you catch up Manchester City when they start their winning streak, when they bounce back and then they start winning matches? Manchester City can play 8, 10 matches, winning all those matches, not even a draw. So you don't lose this, you don't lose to Bournemouth because the guarantees, or you can't guarantee a win against Manchester City or even against Chelsea because Chelsea this season has been playing very well. So you can't guarantee a win against the top five or the top clubs in the league. So you meet at least the middle and the low class, clubs. You will take win against those particular clubs. So losing these matches would not actually help Arsenal. And I think next time they shouldn't, or they should work on that. Winning the English Premier League last season, I've been saying this last season, the only big club Manchester City beat was Manchester United, home and away. They drew to Chelsea, they drew to us, and they lost one to Arsenal, and they drew the other one match to Arsenal, and then they drew both leagues to Liverpool. So you beat the lower clubs, and then you at least you manage the matches against the top clubs, so that you'll be able to compete for the title. But here being the case, you are losing with those lower clubs. So how can you? So when you're not able to beat the top clubs, that means you are finding it difficult to win the league at the end of the day. So I think Arsenal, William Saliba, they didn't do much well, and I expect them to do better in their next match they play. Now let's move on to Manchester City against Wolves. Wolves, prior to that match against Manchester City, had won only 1 point. They've been able to get only 1 point out of the 8 matches they've played in the league. Out of the 7 matches they've played in the league, sorry. So, and today, in the early minutes of the game, they've already scored Manchester City. And then Manchester City had to come back and then win in the last minute of the game. And that is the mentality of a club that wants to win a trophy. Even they were trailing before halftime. They came back, they equalized, or they equalized before halftime. They came back and they won the game during the last minutes. Kindness courtesy John Stones. So you winning these matches, you taking these crucial points from the club that are not performing well in the league, it's actually an advantage to you because Manchester City will play Arsenal. No, they've already played Arsenal. They will play Liverpool. And they also be playing Tottenham. So they can't guarantee results. So against Wolves, they are not going to miss out on that. This is a chance for them. They will just accumulate the points. They will gather the points. Then, they will manage to win the league. Liverpool too this season, and as Lot has been doing it, has done a certain job at Liverpool. We need to talk much about it. You see, Jurgen Klopp left Liverpool, and then with the legacy Jurgen Klopp, or with what Jurgen Klopp did with Liverpool, especially taking the club that was struggling to qualify for top four, manage the club, and then for them to reach the top level, the highest level, and winning the league for over 30 years. Manchester, Liverpool had not won the English Premier League. They came back and they won the league. So they saw Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp leaving the club. No coach can replace him, and then he'll get things done very well, like what Jurgen Klopp did. But they brought in this young coach who was nowhere. He was not coaching in any top flight league. From the Dutch Eredivisie, came in even from Feyenoord, not from PSV Eindhoven, who won the league in the Dutch Eredivisie. From Feyenoord, who was second at the end of the season, he came in, and then out of the 8 matches he has played, he has won 7 of them and then lost only one. And he lost to Nottingham Forest. And mind you, Nottingham Forest this season are also very good, and it's not easy to win at their home. And today against Chelsea, Chelsea this season under Enzo Maresca, it's one side you can't write them off if the match is not over. But today, from the start of the whistle, Liverpool showed, and as lost Liverpool showed, they are ready to win the league, and they are ready to compete Pep Guardiola. And as Lotz showed that he's ready to compete Pep Guardiola for the English Premier League. And if they do their things well, especially with Liverpool and Manchester City struggling, battling with injury situations, if they do their things well, they maintain that form, they become consistent and win. All their matches against the lower tier clubs, they'll be able to compete Manchester City for the league at the end of the day. So kudos to Liverpool and Chelsea. They were not bad on the day, but the better side won because you are competing against a certain Liverpool side. That team, the core of the team has played along themselves for quite a long time, and then they understand themselves at the end of the day. So definitely Curtis Jones, what a player! He's actually good. I think they actually did well. Darwin Nunes, Jago Jota got injured, and I think it's very unfortunate for Liverpool. Now let's move on to the Spanish La Liga. Real Madrid won by 2 goals to 1 against Celta Vigo. And the last 5 matches before this match, Real Madrid had won all that 5 matches. And Real Madrid was playing this match against Celta Vigo without Iago Aspas. Iago Aspas is one of the top players in Celta Vigo, and now he was out of that game. They gave Real Madrid a tough time. They tried to equalize after Kylian Mbappe scored his beautiful goal. But at the end of the day, Real Madrid managed to win that match, and they've extended their unbeaten run. Next week they will play against Barcelona. Barcelona also are on fire. So kudos to Real Madrid. They are second on the league, yet Barcelona are still, because they won against Sevilla today. Kylian Mbappe scored a goal. Vinicius Junior scored a goal. He made a statement. Vinicius Junior made a statement because he'll be winning the Ballon d'Or this year. He made a statement why he deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. At this moment, the team is down. You rise up to the occasion as a top player because you are now, getting the people are making concerns, or people are raising issues or supporting you to win the Ballon d'Or. So you make statements in big matches when the team is actually struggling, and that's what Vinicius Junior did at the end of the day. Now Barcelona won against Sevilla by 5 goals to 1. 5 goals to 1. I understand every Barcelona's fan excited. I understand every Barcelona. Let them jubilate. Let them jubilate. Because last season Barcelona were not playing like this and scoring 5 against Sevilla. Sevilla and Garcia Pimenta this season is actually a new face. They shipped away some top guys in the squad. Now they are actually building a team. Garcia Pimenta is from FC Barcelona. He coached in the La Masia, and now he's coaching Sevilla. So definitely you expect him to open up, and we saw it in the match that he didn't defend. He opened up, and Barcelona, you open up against FC Barcelona. They have players who can create. They have quality more than Sevilla, and at the end of the day, they'll beat you. And now the exciting scenes was the squad depth of FC Barcelona. The squad depth of FC Barcelona. They won by 5 goals to 1. Who played and who were on the bench? Let's go through the FC Barcelona lineup. Inaki Pena started. They had Jules Koundé on the right back. The centre back pair was Inigo Martinez and Pau Kubasi. And then on the left it was Alejandro Baldi. Now the double pivot was Pedri and then Marc Casado. Prior to the game, the initial lineup was Eric Garcia and then Marc Casado. But later on, Eric Garcia suffered a discomfort. So Ansu Fati had to replace him, and then the double pivot will be Pedri and then Marc Casado. then Rafinha in front of them. Now, on the left, they had Ansu Fati, who started his first match since 2023 for FC Barcelona. Now, on the right was Lamine Yamal and up front Lewandowski. So now with this starting 11, now let's go on to the bench. Barcelona had Dani Olmo on the bench. He returned from his injury he sustained in I mean after 1 month. Femi Lopez was on the bench. Frankie de Jong was on the bench. Gavi returned. So with these four key players, they can change the game at any time for FC Barcelona. So FC Barcelona has reached a certain level. They can do top rotation this season because they have a lot of quality on the bench. And kudos to Hansi Flick for doing this massive work for FC Barcelona. And the one against Sevilla, Gavi returned, and the euphoria, the environment to welcome Gavi after almost a year sidelined because of an ACL injury. Now he was back, and the excitement was actually touching. This guy, 18-year-old, but who suffered an ACL injury. How many of them suffer and then they bounce back and then they play? And today we saw him. Gavi will always be Gavi. After almost 1 year out, his first touch was a foul, and that's Gavi. That's a typical Gavi. He's the soul of the FC Barcelona team. I think he came on and he showed glimpses of what he can do at the end of the day. Barcelona will be competing for trophies this year, and the return of Gavi, the return of Dani Olmo and Femi Lopez will actually help because we'll be playing against Barcelona will be playing against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and the weekends will be against Real Madrid. So in this case, you need this win to boost the confidence of the boys. And it was a convincing win. They made a statement to Bayern Munich that they are playing against Barcelona, irrespective of the recent performance of Barcelona against Bayern Munich, which they find it difficult to play against Bayern Munich, and almost they lose every match they play against Bayern Munich in recent times. They've made a statement that under Hansi Flick, they are playing very well, and Bayern Munich are not going to find it easy. And when it comes to the tactical battle, Hansi Flick is, it's obvious, he's superior than Vincent Company. Yet they have top players who can harm Barcelona, and Barcelona have players who can also harm Bayern Munich. So it will be a difficult match for FC Barcelona. But I am waiting for that match. Don't miss that match for anything. Don't miss the Barcelona versus Bayern Munich match. It will be a different game altogether from the last 2-3 matches Barcelona had played against Bayern Munich. Because Barcelona will be playing with a coach who has coached Bayern Munich and knows the system and philosophy of Bayern Munich. And the Bayern Munich players will be playing against a coach. They know their system, they know his system, and they know how he set up his team. So it's actually going to be a difficult match, and the superior team will actually win. So this win against Sevilla was an exciting win. And then Pedri, Lamine Yamal, I don't have to explain to you how better they are or how good they are. They show their class on the pitch when they have the ball. And Pedri, that goal from Pedri, you don't actually see him score more goals. But when he scores one, you actually see class and then good something in there. And then Inter Milan won against AS Roma at the Stadio Olimpico. Inter Milan will be competing for the Scudetto against Napoli, and Antonio Conte's Napoli are playing well because Antonio Conte is a league expert. So Napoli won against Empoli, and then Inter Milan won against Roma. That was a big match, especially playing at the Stadio Olimpico, and then they were able to at least get a maximum win at the end of the day. That clearly shows that they are serious and they want to win the league. Giovanni Simeone's, I said Giovanni, sorry, Simeone Inzaghi's Inter Milan that have actually shown that they are one of the best clubs in European football currently. You see, defensively they are very good, offensively, and in midfield control they're actually good. And then they showed and they won against Roma, and that's actually a good win for Inter Milan. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.